Hey guys, Josh Kaneko here. Today we're going to go for a tour of a very typical Cupertino electric project. Let's go in.
Okay.
We're on the 7th floor. Inside this room is an example of a very typical private office. So you'll see on the left-hand side that we have a data receptacle. So we roughed in a box and a plaster ring and the conduit for cabling and terminations to be performed by another subcontractor. We provided all of the wiring and infrastructure required for the receptacles on the right-hand side for power, which everybody should be familiar with. I think we'll stop right here really quickly because I'd like to highlight the fact that one of the things that is critical for Cupertino Electric to enable the city to allow the occupants of this building to move in is to have a safe way to get out of the building in the event of an emergency. So if there were an earthquake or a fire, we may lose normal power. So a lighting inverter will make sure that all of the exit signs are still illuminated. So even in low light conditions, the egress paths out of this building will be illuminated with an emergency lighting system and exit signage. So here's a very typical material loading bay. This is a section of glass that was removed to facilitate the loading of bulky materials that would not fit into the elevator. Cupertino Electric utilizes a space like this to get awkward sized packages into the space, such as these long light fixtures. Above that sheet metal ductwork is what is referred to as basket tray. It is a type of cable tray, and what that does is that allows as a support system and raceway system for low voltage cabling. So that is how all of the network cabling through the building is distributed. We're standing here in a back of house kitchen area where we've installed, we have a newly installed panel board. Wires have been pulled and are labeled and have yet to be terminated. We have this area right here. You'll see that our overhead rough-in is substantially complete. These conduits were run by us, and those junction boxes house the wiring that's going to be necessary to provide power to all of the convenience outlets, espresso machines, refrigerators for this kitchen / break area. So at Cupertino Electric, our #1 priority is to make sure that our electricians are going home in the same condition that they came to work. In other words, we want to make sure that nobody gets injured while they're at work. A couple of the ways that we do that is we start by providing people with written instructions in the form of a task plan, which is also referred to as standard work instructions. That provides somebody a layout on the process by which we're going to accomplish the activity without the risk of injury. It also highlights the hazards that are inherent to the activity. The materials that are going to be staged for the employee and the company supplied tools. Additionally, we have a personal risk assessment. This is a document that every employee, every journeyman, and every apprentice completes at the beginning of every shift and at the start of every new task to make sure that they're engaged in understanding what the hazards that are present in the environment in which they're performing the activity and the defense mechanisms that we're going to put in place to make sure that they don't get hurt.